Hello, welcome to this lesson where we're going to begin to learn about some of the math functions that are built into Java. A lot of times you program something, you'll need to take a square root or raise something to a power or a logarithm or something like that. So I'm going to show you how to deal with these math functions. And the first one we're going to learn about is the absolute value. Now let me take you back to this website we learned about here in the last section. This is the methods that are members of the math class. And so at the very top of the list, we have ABS, returns the absolute value of a double value. Also, it returns the absolute value of a float, returns the absolute value of an integer, returns the absolute value of a long. So basically the same function ABS, if you pass the number that you want to take the absolute value of, it returns the absolute value of that number. Pretty simple, and I chose absolute value because it's so easy to understand. So let's create a variable. We'll call it num1, and let's set it equal to negative 2.54. All right, so that's our number, and let's create a variable called answer. We want to hold the answer of the absolute value. So let's say answer is equal to the absolute value of that number. Now, typically you would think ABS is the function, so we would just put ABS, and then we would pass it the value of number 1, and whatever this resolves to the absolute value of this variable, which in this case is this number, we'll take the absolute value, we'll assign it over here. You would think that would do it, but you see you have the red squiggly here. If you highlight over that, now we see that the absolute value function has a red squiggly under it when we write it this way. So if we hover over it, it'll tell you basically there's some kind of an error. It says the method is undefined for the type. It's basically a generic error saying it doesn't really understand what that is. Well, much like system.out.println, we need to